A story about the miracle of Jesus feeding the 5,000. In the early days of Jesus' ministry, he had gained a reputation as a healer and a teacher. People from all over the region would come to hear him preach and to be healed of their afflictions. One day, Jesus and his disciples had been preaching and teaching in the town of Capernaum, and as the day drew to a close, they decided to take a boat across the Sea of Galilee to a remote area to get some rest. As they were crossing the sea, a large crowd of people had followed them along the shore, eager to see Jesus and be healed. By the time Jesus and his disciples arrived on the other side, the crowd had already gathered there, waiting for them. Jesus saw the large crowd and felt compassion for them. He began to teach them about the kingdom of God, and he healed those who were sick. As the day wore on, Jesus' disciples came to him and said, "This is a remote area, and it's already getting late. Send the crowds away so they can go to the villages and buy themselves some food." But Jesus replied, "They don't need to go away. You give them something to eat." The disciples were perplexed. "We have here only 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish," they said. Jesus said, "Bring them here to me." And so, the disciples gathered the 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish and brought them to Jesus. Jesus directed the people to sit down on the grass. Then he took the 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish, looked up to heaven, and gave thanks. He broke the loaves of bread into pieces and gave them to the disciples, who distributed them to the people. The people ate and were satisfied. And there were even leftovers, 12 baskets full of broken pieces of bread and fish. The crowd was amazed and began to say, "This is indeed the prophet who is to come into the world." Jesus, however, knowing that they were about to come and make him king by force, withdrew again to a mountain by himself. This miracle of Jesus feeding the 5,000 with just 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish is a powerful demonstration of his divine power and compassion. It shows that Jesus is the bread of life, and that he can satisfy our deepest hungers and needs. The miracle also highlights the importance of faith and trust in God. The disciples were skeptical and didn't think that they had enough food to feed the crowd, but Jesus showed them that with faith and trust in him, anything is possible. This story has been an inspiration to people for centuries, reminding them of the power and love of Jesus Christ. Please like, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel and help us to spread the love of Jesus.